protectors of the realm, bold enough to strike out in the face of evil, someone willing to stand against them, to stand against the giants. This will be no easy task. Will you fight back? Do you have what it takes? Listen, my friend. Can you hear it? Rolling over the plains, crashing down the mountains. Can you quell the Storm King's thunder? Listen well, traveler. There's trouble in the north. The giants are stirring. They've emerged from their hidden enclaves to spread misery across the land. Faerun is in grave danger, and someone must do something. We need heroes. We need those with courage to fight back. Protectors of the realm, bold enough to strike out in the face of evil. Someone willing to stand against them, to stand against the giants. This will be no easy task. Will you fight back? Do you have what it takes? Listen, my friend. Can you hear it? Rolling over the plains, crashing down the mountains. Can you quell the Storm King's thunder? Listen well, traveler. There's trouble in the north. The giants are stirring. They've emerged from their hidden enclaves to spread misery across the land. Faerun is in grave danger, and someone must do something. We need heroes. We need those with courage to fight back. Protectors of the realm, bold enough to strike out in the face of evil. Someone willing to stand against them. Listen well, traveler. There's trouble in the north. The giants are stirring. They've emerged from their hidden enclaves to spread misery across the land. Faerun is in grave danger, and someone must do something. We need heroes. We need those with courage to fight back. Protectors of the realm. Bold enough to strike out in the face of evil. Someone willing to stand against them. To stand against the giants. This will be no easy task. Will you fight back? Do you have what it takes? Listen, my friend. Can you hear it? Rolling over the plains. Crashing down the mountains. Can you quell the Storm King's thunder?
Dead Space.
Ooh. I'm going to drink and play NCAA 14 for 24 hours tomorrow because neither of those are assigned to me by the school. And this is my act of rebellion.
Dude. I have I have my 4 classes and an independent study class that I'm basically writing tests for.
Ooh.
But at least I'm getting credit for it, so I don't give a fuck.
Have you ever...
Motherfucker!
Bye, Wayne.
Oh, Wade. Your camera.
That's all. What happened?
Your camera being off shifts everything.
What is this? What is this tomfoolery that we're dealing with here? I thought we were professionals.
Hey.
None of us are professionals
That's
except
fair.
kind of
That's
you and Huntsman.
At least
Hey,
15%.
everyone
Like
shut the
the
fuck
only
up.
2 professional people.
Everyone shut the fuck
who's
up
the
so I can do my
Huntsman?
intro.
Oh, never mind, not
Nobody
Huntsman.
knows.
Everyone shut the fuck
No
up.
one knows who he is.
No one knows that.
the fuck up.
He's a mysterious Twitch streamer. That's who he is. Hey, everyone shut the fuck up so I can do my intro. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome. Actually, hang on a sec. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And hey, welcome back, everyone, to our return to Dungeons and Dragons. However,
Oh.
due to a class action lawsuit, we're no longer known as Dumbasses and Dragons. So today will be the very first session of our new channel, Tabletop Gents.
Yay!
And hey, did you know we have merch?
No.
What?
Yeah, we have merch. We have
Didn't.
Tabletop Gents merch.
Tell us all about it.
Scroll down to the bottom of my Twitch and go to merch. And you can find a Tabletop Gents ball tee and a ball cap. Maybe. It might be there. I don't know.
There's a mug.
There's a
It's
mug.
just
There's a
Santa's
mug.
13 stuff.
Oh, it's just
There
Santa's
is a mug.
13 stuff. Hey, maybe when I make some more money, I can unlock Twitch Prime and I'll have access to my full shop.
Where's the employee discount?
Yeah. I'm not Twitch Prime, Streamlabs Prime. It's a thing now. Anyway.
Whatever.
Hey, welcome
Speaking
to
of
Tabletop
Prime,
Gents.
Actually,
Hey!
did you know that? I don't know. Just fucking sub with Prime. You know this shit. It doesn't have to be fucking creative. Give us the Bezo bucks. I want those greedy, fucking dirty, greasy, fucking slimy Bezo bucks. I want them in the channel. I want them all over my fucking face on the channel. All of them. All fucking like 2.5 or whatever we get. I don't know.
Hey, did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch subscription every month?
Yeah.
All you need to do is link your Amazon Prime to Twitch, and you can sub to me. It's free.
Do it.
It's free real estate.
But it's not free for Jeff Bezos. And then we get those Bezo bucks.
Yeah.
Just do it.
It costs you nothing, and it gives me money, which improves the stream. Maybe. Probably.
I should sub with Prime.
You should sub with Prime.
It,
I
Oh
should.
no, it will.
it improves the hardware.
Also, I have to make sure I
But
don't hover
not
my
for
mouse
people.
over. I might have to cut the first few minutes of the stream out on the VOD if we do a VOD. Whenever I hover my mouse over the channel, it shows everyone's names.
The scuff is part of the charm.
I don't care.
And
No.
hey,
Not a problem for
if you watch
me.
the channel,
It's
slide
not-
into my DMs. They're always open.
Hey, you can find him at whatever his name is.
Yeah, just fucking scrub back in the VOD and you'll find it.
Anyway, hey, it's been a long time. Dylan, give us a recap.
Fucking missed y'all.
Last time on the Tabletop Gentlemen,
Just gents.
our five great
Just
heroes. Tabletop Gents. I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to the.
Our
to
four
the,
great heroes and zero.
Yep. Our four great heroes and the hobo traveled throughout the great city of Waterdeep, initially searching the Stone of Galore, which will lead them to a massive cave of treasures, totaling 500,000 gold dragons and one gold dragon. Our heroes bravely and masterfully fought their way through gangs, nobles, annoying children to find this beautiful throne room
I
and
like those
took
kids.
their spoils. What's sad is that I'd have to be more specific about which kids were annoying. But anyway, I digress. Rainier, Neverember, the heir to this embezzled, beautiful fortune, was suspiciously suicided.
Not affiliated with GameStop.
Not affiliated with GameStop. The
This
company
is not
went
financial
to
advice.
the company went to the Founders Day gala at the Castellanter Villa, who were the well-to-do of Waterdeep. Quite the name if you're from that area. Upon arriving there, they learn that the Castellanters are actually cultists of Asmodeus, and they are actively sacrificing people. The company decides to, well, it's too late. We need to leave. R4 didn't get the message and instead threw a spear through the lady of the house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that happened. There was a slight miscommunication. R4 fucked up.
This sounds like the highlight.
No, actually, we set the house on fire first.
Oh.
And then because R4 thought we were trying to evacuate the house.
I got you.
So then he went to scare the woman.
Did you mention the
it hit her.
part where Theo was invisible for a whole episode and still managed to fuck it up?
I don't want to talk about it. Moving on.
Wasted my
Yeah,
spell
you know
slot.
what? The hobo he found his way eventually. It's fine. It's
The
fine.
local
Worked
homeless
out.
man.
Um, but So the Lady Castellanter was skewered. We learned then that she was a much stronger spellcaster than we would have liked. We fled into the courtyard. We killed a bunch of their guards. Beaurenaye used a fireball as an air burst to break through the gate. It was a beautiful
Remember that.
cacophony of chaos and combat. Blood ran within the streets, smoke filled the air, and our heroes left through the northern gates of Waterdeep in pursuit of greener pastures.
Well, congrats, Daryl. We're all fucking homeless now.
Now you know what it's like.
Your secret ulterior motive has been realized.
Mission
This whole
accomplished.
thing has been an elaborate ploy for Hero to get us homeless.
To bring us down to his level.
Now you all know what it's like.
So,
Be like me.
now we start our new campaign. Storm King's Thunder. The Savage Frontier, also known as the North, is a cold, rugged, and sparsely populated land of snow-capped mountains, rocky hills, sprawling forests, and foggy vales. Isolated strongholds, ancient burial mounds, and the ruins of many forgotten empires are scattered across this vast landscape. The roads are long, lonely, or poorly defended, making them dangerous to traverse. In the valleys that are fertile enough to bear produce and food, towns and cities have sprung up, separated by dozens, if not hundreds, of miles of untamed wilderness, which is plagued by bandits, barbarians, and monsters. Legends state that years ago, in a time before this, the Dark Queen Tiamat stirred her army of evil dragons to torment the settlements of the Savage Frontier. Now, there's no concise tales of what happened to her, but ultimately, Tiamat was defeated and banished to the Nine Hells. Her horde of dragons retreated to their lairs where, for as long as the tale's been told, they have slept. Fear of the dragon's wrath faded as a new threat arises. Giants. The people of the Savage Frontier are no strangers to the incursions of giants. Frost giants have long claimed the spine of the world as their realm. The hill giants are known for scrounging for food in the untamed mountains. However, over the passing months, giants of every kind have emerged from their strongholds, threatening civilizations as they never have before. And not just frost or hill giants, but also stone giants, fire giants, and cloud giants. Reports of these attacks have reached throughout the land to the coastal cities of Luskan, Neverwinter, and even Waterdeep. The tales of the attacks have instilled fear in the common folk that the giants are waging war against. Humans, dwarves, elves, and other small folk. But that's not the story for now. Our story, much like those who are in danger from the giants, have a much smaller origin. Here in the open fields of the Sword Coast, just outside the gates of Waterdeep, the green pastures are illuminated solely by a bright summer moon. The sounds of bells and alarms from the city echo in the distance. The black sky above it faintly broken, with hints of orange and red, smoke rising from the heart of the city. What began as an innocent venture of coin became an entanglement in the strings of a million lives, in the grand design of the Principalities of Darkness. These strings, so carefully woven, begin to knot, as multiple destinies intertwined. The story begins under a full moon high in the night sky. A small band of adventurers have traveled along the road away from Waterdeep, leaving all possessions and responsibilities behind them. Their bodies bruised and scorched. They travel wearily toward Nightstone as the consequences of their actions go up in flames, along with the city behind them. After traveling on foot for a few days along the high road, you all spot a wooden signpost next to the trail that heads north into the hills. Nailed to that post are 3 arrow-shaped signs. The top 2 are marked Waterdeep and Daggerford, and point in the opposite direction to your traveling. The bottom sign, however, is marked Nightstone, and invites you in to follow the trail. If memory serves anyone who's traveled this road before, settlement is roughly 10 miles from this point. Gentlemen, you stand at a crossroads right now heading toward Nightstone. What would you all like to do?
We heard the news while we were in Waterdeep that it was attacked, correct?
Correct. You, through various passings of and interactions in different bars and locales, you overheard whispers of giants attacking. The giant attack on Neverwinter, or Never on Nightstone to be specific. Varden, which you know is the task you were deployed to Nightstone in order to counteract.
I have much fond memories of Nightstone. The giants were relentless. We took some down, but well, some gave us a decent thrashing. I was fortunate to make it out alive. Some did. There is work there, I'm sure. I can get in touch with some of my contacts if you want to try and find some fuel.
Our primary objective needs to be getting as much distance away from the city as possible. If we link up with your contacts in Nightstone, that means they can provide us with something more useful than just our feet.
Anyway,
Wouldn't you know it, Thero? I just remembered. I have this wand that literally only finds secret fucking doors.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad we didn't have that shit earlier. Who would have thought? I got so many fucking pockets in these robes,
Fuck
man.
you.
I just got shit falling out of my ass as far as
I'd
like.
just ignore him from here on out. Just for like at least 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have given you the wand and invisibility. Then maybe you wouldn't have fucked it up. I don't know.
Probably.
But all that drama's behind us now.
I didn't know that until you just told me.
pause. RIP to Ravager's voice line.
Yeah. So,
The iconic sound is gone.
yeah. So, you're traveling along the high road. You've been traveling for a few days. At this point, the sun is just now setting. The warm summer air is giving way to a cooler night. There's not many clouds in the sky tonight. But as you pass the sign, Varden, you do know that Nightstone is approximately 10 miles away.
We're close.
Do you want to like set up for the night? You think we can? I mean, what's 10 miles like?
Varden,
Like 2 hours?
Are we in good standing with your previous compatriots?
To my knowledge, yes. Even though I briefly left the field, hopefully as long as some of them survived, we still have good contacts.
Well, that's good news.
It is.
So then
10
should we
miles.
push through the night?
10
We
miles
could.
would be a
Bow
bit,
wow.
but I wouldn't mind pushing through the night. I suppose it would depend on you all. Who else can't see? I've forgotten. Is it me and Boger? No, Boger, no, you can see in the dark.
Yeah, I
It's just you and R4.
Me and Rabbit, yes.
I have the controllable dark vision now.
That's right.
Ah, yes. But I am blind, so.
I can cast fireball.
But I have light if we want to make ourselves a shining beacon.
I mean, why waste a cantrip though?
I suppose I could just hop on one
Just-
if we want to walk.
You can just hold hands with R4 the entire time.
Yes. Yes.
Rather, hold my hand.
Hold my hand.
You'll never have to worry about the time.
No.
Set up,
Carry.
we'll set up.
Oh, that's new. That's new.
I mean, is that an order?
Rafi, I have blisters on my toes. Carry me.
This has been a ways for him.
I'm gonna pick
He
up
was
Pal.
dainty.
I'm gonna actually. You know what? I'm gonna just straight up like scoop him and lay him across my arms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You shouldn't weigh anything. You're a fucking couch guard.
Do I
So
have any
we've-
musical instruments? You see me in my bag? Place.
Do you?
Do you? I don't think you do.
Think so.
I don't think you do.
Damn it. Moment ruined.
You got the
Keep going.
pipes, the old vocals.
Oh, Sabian tier 2, by the way.
Oh yeah, Sabian.
Oh, he came
Oh.
with us.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know, Savian, we've been on the road for so long and I still haven't asked it. What are your plans now?
I don't know, actually.
I'm gonna give my 2 cents. I've been kicked out of a fair number of towns for catastrophically burning down mansions sometimes. Change your name, assume a false identity, create like a whole backstory, like a fake accent even, and then just like sell that shit until you get kicked out of the next town. Rinse and
Yeah.
repeat.
You think I haven't done that already?
Oh,
Well, you seem out of sorts, so I mean
I could always.
this is more natural than sleeping under a roof for me.
I could always just go back to Bardrovia.
Oh,
whoa.
piss on that country.
Barbara.
Stay with
Isn't that the other way?
Well, I mean, I'd have to charter a ship.
It's in an island. I don't know where. I've never been.
It is in the Moonshay Islands.
Oh,
Yes, it's a piss poor, boring region. Sabian, I think we've grown some kinship here. Personally, I think I'm the better brother in all of this, and you'd rather stay with me than that douchebag, anyways.
Yeah, Chaska is a bit of a tool, I guess is the word.
Say the least.
Yeah.
Overbearing, even.
We'll see. We'll see how the next few days goes, I guess.
yeah.
All right.
Been a crazy week.
Yes.
A little up in the air right now.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of, I'm just enjoying the scenery at this point. I feel new and alive, and I kind of have the itch. I kind of want to kill something, but that's besides the point. Because I just feel like, we got through so much at that house, but all we did was really stab an old lady and set a thing on fire. There was no big confrontation. I didn't want to fight a god.
Well, I mean, stabbing old ladies and setting stuff on fire is kind of the name of the game.
Well,
Sure.
I think the biggest issue we're gonna have is that we didn't finish that fight. They know our faces, and I guarantee you that with the amount of power and pull that the Castle Hunters have, we're gonna be on some bounty sooner or later.
Good point. We all need fake names and new accents.
Oh.
Well, I'll pass that to you then.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll say we keep heading toward Nightstone. If anyone can get us into safe passage or safe hiding, it's going to be this interim.
A counterpoint.
Yeah, they smuggle stuff all the time.
We have an ace up our sleeve that the Castellanters don't. Lady Vajra. She knows everything that we know, and we gave her proof.
That's true.
That's going to be another internal debate amongst the city of Waterdeep.
You
So I
think that the Castellanters don't have enough pull to pull Laurel Silverhand?
I
think-
don't know, actually.
I would hope they'd be distracted.
The
but we are
Castellanters are the reason
enemy number
Waterdeep.
one.
They also own the vault now, so they pretty much own the economy of the town.
Exactly. Without the Castellanters, Waterdeep goes to ruin. If Waterdeep wants to thrive, if Laurel Silverhand wants Waterdeep to thrive, then the Castellanters are running the town.
Hmm.
Albeit they did throw 500,000 gold into a burning pit.
True.
And let's
Actually,
not forget
1 million gold.
botched last.
Yeah, that's probably all of the money. So
Let's
Or a lot
make
of it.
a counter offer to Asmodeus. I don't know if that's how it works.
If you know how to summon Asmodeus.
As we're walking, I just
You're holding.
because I'm still carrying Powwow.
Powwow, as you're walking, R4 is a big guy. And he carries himself as a big guy, but in his arms, you find yourself almost lulled to sleep, which is the rocking of the steps.
It's so gentle.
Rabbit. Tell me a bedtime story.
Sing me your techno, Ravi.
All right. I have fake identities in case we want them.
Alright, let's burn that bridge when we get to it.
All right, Sabian, you're still good. You're still passing, right? You're just gonna be Sabian, I guess.
Sure.
Won't be recognizable. I'm sure tieflings are a dime a dozen, so like no one will ask questions.
I think that's racist, but okay.
I'm sorry, we're headed to some hick fucking town that the Zentrum we're trying to move into. My bad. Racism's gone, guys.
One of the things we should note, and Varden, you might be able to point this out. The person who's in charge of Nightstone is a Waterdeep noble.
Mhm. Yes.
Fucking hell.
So, best not to mention anything about what happened in front of that type of company.
All right. So what's our story? Why are we going to this place?
Like my story, or like
It's our collective. Why are we arriving if we're not on the land?
Good point.
okay. Powwow, you are a local archaeologist who's searching for magic items.
Oh,
Name is Sir Sylvanus.
All right, I could have just gone with I'm still just a cleric.
Nope, archaeologist. We got
Archaeologist. All right. I'm looking.
a big lie helps him swallow the little lies.
You're an archaeologist who has a whip. I'm just saying.
Yes.
R4, you are Barback 6000, a reprogrammed bartending bot who is like the mechanical labor for Powwow's expeditions. I figured we'd stick close to the truth here. Thero, your name is Aswaldum. I tried to make something Elven. I don't know.
Sure.
I feel that feels elvish to me. I didn't grow up with elves. You'd know better than me. A local
Azzy.
homeless person that we employed to do roguey things. Varden, you're Gerald the Good.
Could have kept my real name.
You're our local protection knight, and then I'm Clyde Clearwater. I will also pick up a posh accent, much like Mr. Powwow, or should I say, Sir Savannah's has. I am a local mage for identifying and magicking our way through forgotten tunes and collections of lore. I think this will sell. I don't think these
One
dumb
point.
hicks, like, we know enough about like just random shit to like impress these little farmers and stuff.
I want to
Yeah.
be Aussie. It's more mysterious.
What is it?
Aussie.
Aussie?
No
Cut
cap.
half the name off, and there we go.
You had that all.
Okay,
planned.
Aussie.
I wonder how long you've been thinking about that. Because damn, you had that down to a T.
Really good.
Yeah, pretty much just now. Trust me, fake names is like, that's me, man.
As you have these arguments or debate or conversation, however you want to label it, over the next 10 miles, at some point Powwow falls asleep.
I hope he remembers his role.
After following the trail for about 10 miles, you hear the ringing of a bell. The sound grows louder as the settlement comes into view. A river flows around the settlement, forming a sort of moat, and the village itself is contained within a wooden palisade. For those of you with dark vision, beyond that, you can see a windmill, a tall steeple, and a high-pitched rooftops of several of the buildings. And as you continue to follow the high road, it ends at a drawbridge, surprisingly lowered already. Before it stands 2 men in black worn leathers.
How's
Before
the
it,
town looking?
The sound of the
From our
bells
point of
kind of disturb you out of your sleep, Powwow.
We're under attack.
Sir Sylvanus, it's just the local guards.
I can't see shit.
That's alright. I think I got this.
Remember your name.
Guards.
Okay. As you approach the guards, you recognize them as Zentrum agents who were also there with you during the occupation of Nightstone. Come on.
Oh no.
Who was it?
Brilliant.
Wait.
It was.
He forgot his role.
You forgot. I'm an archaeologist. Let me in.
So,
I've come to serve you.
As a point of interest to all of you, the road leading up to Nightstone, the high road, several craters filled with large boulders dots the landscape around it. And some points, even in the middle of the road, you have to kind of go around them. Varden, you know this is from when the giant invasion.
These are craters from the siege weapons.
From the cloud giants, you remember the cloud giants came from overhead and were dropping boulders literally from the sky.
Those motherfuckers crushed
And as you approach the drawbridge, these two guards kind of step away from the bonfire that's lighting up their night. And as they get into the light, and as you get into the light as well, they recognize you immediately and go, "Oh, Varden, it's good to see you're back."
Yes, good to see you. Good to see you again.
Yeah. I believe Zolkin's in the square. If you want to proceed to speak with him, I'm sure he has something for you.
Hey. I wonder what that could be.
Perhaps a dig site for our archaeology mission.
By chance.
I'm an archaeologist.
I am traveling with friends. Can they pass as well?
Do you vouch for them?
How about saying the
I
same
do.
R for his arms?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Just let me get this 1109 real quick.
Oh my god.
Stupid.
Oh my god, I haven't heard that name.
Fucking hate you.
I'm mad that I remember
Oh,
that. Why did I remember that? I tried to.
And then they take your names with a basic badging system, and then they allow you to go on your way. As long as you have
Is
your
it- is it
escort.
a-
And Varden, you're
is it
briefed the
a-
escort procedures.
Is it a
Y'all,
one or
it was
two
nice
match?
seeing you again. I'm out.
That's
Fuck. I
And
spent so
as-
much time at Echo 2 with fucking you, Russ.
Mm-hmm.
And as you pass,
It was a
they
great time.
the casual murmur of "stay dry and stay warm" and all that jazz.
Do you all need anything? Can I get you anything?
I mean, if you're going to the store, I could use use a water or a some sort of snack.
I will definitely
Yeah,
reply
of
to
course. Be right back.
yeah, we got you.
We'll never see them again
Yeah, you got that. Jeez.
until we leave through this exact same gate.
Yeah.
And we're going to pretend like we've never seen them before.
Treat me some of
Dylan,
that baby.
Dylan is so mad right now.
Fucking.
All right. Ravi, walk forward. Don't make eye contact. Keep going.
Hey, look, you can take Dylan off the gate, but you can't take the gate out of Dylan.
I
fucking-
included that shit in a creative writing exercise about my life. was
All right,
just
your
ADHD.
suicide note isn't a creative writing exercise.
That was one of the best jokes I've heard in a long time. Something's never been so.
No.
I
Oh
gotta
my
go.
You did it, Grim. You made a good funny.
Ooh, okay, you know what? It's good to be back, Jed. We can call it here. We're good.
Yeah, this reminds me.
Alright.
This reminds me. We do have a sponsor for this stream.
Oh God.
Dylan's
No.
suicide note.
No.
Stream is brought to you by Undersea Airlines.
Oh, not again.
Need to get into the ocean quick? Try Undersea Airlines, the only airline guaranteed to start their flight on fire.
Simple yet
As well,
effective.
as well as warm ice cream. Hey, is your ice cream too cold? Let us warm it up for you.
I know someone who unironically microwaves their ice cream for like 10 seconds to warm it up because it's too cold.
How dare you? You know I have soft teeth.
Put your fucking hand down, Russ.
I eat a lot of ice cream. I'd rather have it not fucking ice cream. Okay.
Oh my god.
Just eat cream.
So
Wanted
as
to
you,
Go
break
into the, we go into
So we
the
won't-
thing.
All right, so D&D.
so
Oh yeah, we're playing.
Dylan's suicide note is for another time,
we
Which
don't
is-
have to talk about
which
it.
is sad because
It's fine.
it was pretty urgent.
It's not
It
a
always
cry
seems
for
like that
help.
at the time.
It's fine.
As you make your way into the city, the city itself is. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn off dynamic lighting.
See this beautiful character art.
There, everyone should be able to see. It's nighttime.
I'm on a map. I'm on a home
Oh
screen.
shit, you're right.
Yeah, you need to drag our tokens.
Here you go. There you
There
go.
we go.
Neat.
I'll just drag you all. There you go.
Oh.
Now, as you all make your way into the city, or into the town of Nightstone, you see the destruction that the giants laid behind them. Buildings collapsed, boulders scattered everywhere, craters, slight viscera from the slaughtering of what appears to be goblin invasion. Varden, you would know that after the attack on Nightstone, goblins did try to invade from the north over in the Ardent Forest, but they were repelled by a small group of adventurers, as well as you and the Zentarim.
Mhm. I remember those adventures. An interesting story. Don't know what happened to them. They went off into a cave and disappeared.
The world may never know.
The world may never know.
As you make your way up, you see a man in black leathers, atop a horse, and you recognize them as Zolkin Alisandar. For those of you who take notes, Zolkin is spelled with an X.
It's X. Oh, L.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alice Ander. Because seeing you is brought with surprise, and Zolkin's not one for a lot of emotion, but you can tell that he's kind of happy that you're here.
Yep. Gents, before you stand Zulkin, quite a charmer, but can be a little bit ruthless. So, just let me do the talking. I don't know how you would feel about it.
Ravi, put me down, please. I want to stand and face my new friend with dignity. I don't know. Put me down, please.
Mind your blisters.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sure.
It's 10
I release Powwow. I don't just drop him, but I make sure I set Powwow down gently.
Is that character growth?
Maybe, probably, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Sorry, I misspoke. It's the Ardeep Forest, not Ardent. Ardeep Forest.
I approach.
Okay. You make your approach to Zolkin, a half elf, and you know that he's captain here of this interim detachment out here in Nightstone. A dark olive skin with like a large scar going across the cheek, short brown hair cut and kind of to a crew cut, and then he has the familiar flying snake wrapped around his shoulder.
Yep. That's him.
So, Varden, thought about coming back, I see. Wanted to give a shot at the Seven Snakes.
Yes. It's good to see you, Zoken. I'm sorry I left on such short terms last time.
Yeah, you
I
got
had a
swept away by this one, and he points toward Sabian and that other fellow.
yes. Unfortunately, it seems that there were other issues going on in Waterdeep that needed to see my attention. I had to make sure everything was okay, just in case if there was further expansion to be needed, in case we needed a base to set up for after the attack.
Well, it wouldn't be Waterdeep unless something was happening there.
A lot has happened there.
So, what is it? Are we passing through, or are you looking for work?
Unfortunately, incidents in Waterdeep have made it a bit unsafe for our return. We have come to seek safe passage, if possible. Maybe seek some work. I and my group here have quite some skill. I can vouch for them, as well as myself.
Oh, I see they have their badges, so I imagine they're good to go. Anyway, let's get out of the night. Let's go. And he dismounts his horse and walks over to the next building, whatever, and just opens the door. Let's talk inside. Less ears there.
Very well. Gents, this way, please.
And as you all begin to follow inside, you can tell this was like what was once a bar. The inside is in full disarray and chaos. Tables are flipped over, chairs are broken. There's a boulder sitting that like crushed the corner of the bar itself. And Zolkin kind of just walks in and like goes up to a lantern and lights a small match and just lights it up and illuminates the room a little bit, and then takes some chairs and just flips them onto their legs. And he sits down and just kicks his feet up on one of the tables.
Well, at least this bar has 4 walls.
Yeah, but it's missing a hole in the ceiling.
That's not bad comparatively.
I remember these.
Oh, back.
Not fun at all.
So, what can Zolkin of the Seven Snakes do for you?
Well, gentlemen.
We need access to horses, wagons, anything to get a safe and quick passage to the north.
Why would anyone want to go north?
Because it's not south. Also for archaeological digs.
Yes.
We
I
are.
am an archaeologist. I say it in my
Indeed.
full cleric garb.
I
Dr.
feel
Sassafras Expelliarmus.
I feel also, as my allegiance to the Zentarim, it is wise to give you a full report of what has happened in Waterdeep.
No,
Fortunately,
it is unwise.
Waterdeep has gone up in flames. To our knowledge, the Castellanterns were unfortunately doing something vile, some dark magic that we were unable
Asmodaic
to
cultists.
Oh, okay. Yes, they were cultists.
We're not archaeologists.
Yes.
Yes.
So-
I lied.
Well, you all caved very quick.
I want to vomit.
Martin did.
No, but I cannot lie to.
To the Thieves Guild?
No. However, I will
No
say
offense.
that They were trying to kill people, and unfortunately,
Seated.
Oh, they very much succeeded.
They succeeded in summoning Asmodeus, killed 100 people, burned about 500,000 gold. We burned down their mansion, stabbed the wife, and then fled the city.
Also
I
killed the
thought-
true heir to Waterdeep.
I was not going to go that deep.
Oh, Varden, you've been busy. And at that moment, a woman walks in from outside. Pale skin, blonde hair.
Noble?
Doesn't appear to be. She's dressed in almost the same garb. But as she walks in, Zolkin kind of takes his feet off the table and kind of like,
Just a minute. He might be back. Give him
Keller,
a second.
hey, we're off to a great start.
Holding it down.
Hold it. Hold it.
All
It's-
right.
Look, it wouldn't be our stream and our sessions if we didn't have some technical difficulties.
My internet's
in
the bad
first
one this time.
3.5
Yeah.
hours.
So, as
And we
she
back.
as she like walks in, Zolkin takes his feet off the table and kind of like sits more proper and everything like that. Kella, I wasn't expecting to see you out this late. And Varden, you recognize her as Kella, a spy for the Zinterim.
Keller, it is good to see you again.
You too. And she just immediately proceeds to the bar back and just begins making a drink. So, and then she leans over the counter. What are you getting into today?
Well, I and my friends here have just come back from Waterdeep. I was in the middle of relaying my report to Zolkin. Waterdeep is in shambles at the moment.
And almost like it's a rehearsed line. Well, it wouldn't be Waterdeep if nothing was happening there.
True. Very true.
And then she goes from like she like reaches underneath the bar and just pulls up a bunch of like just bottles of ale and just begins tossing them to each of you.
Oh god.
Powwow drops his immediately.
It's the Keller I remember.
I'm going to catch mine and hand it to Powwow.
Okay.
I kind of catch mine with precipitation and then softly.
Yeah.
I think
Catch
the
it
only
like a normal human, but I'm not.
Well, I'm sorry, we don't have fucking dexterity saving throws that are like 1,000,000.
So,
It's a dumb stat for me, along with all those stats.
Zolkin, how convenient is it that they show up? Just when you were talking about needing people to go north.
You have our attention.
The further away from Waterdeep, the better. If you needed us to scout ahead to possibly see what's up there, we're more than welcome to do so.
Well, I'll leave you boys to talk. And she takes like 3 bottles for herself and just proceeds upstairs with this bar.
Well, she's cool.
Threat level intermediate.
That's because you don't know her, boy. Anyway,
So, north.
yeah. It's funny you showed up talking about the north. I was planning on sending a bunch of the guys here. It's been pretty quiet here. But let's talk about sending some people north to Tribor.
I'm unfamiliar with this place.
Oh, just go north from here, then you'll hit it eventually when it starts snowing.
What might you have us doing up there?
Actually, hang on one second.
Tribal.
not it. That's not it.
Cool. Sounds cool.
Never been.
Was it Tribor?
I usually stuck to the coast when I lived this far north.
No, it was a Tribor.
Is the other one next to Tribor?
Bryn Shander. That's it.
Oh,
I have so many missions, just the Bryn Shander's the one I'm thinking of.
it's like that's the north.
Yeah. Anyway. Morok. He's one of the gentlemen here. He ran the store here, the trading post. Anyway, his neighbor, Darthag, was eaten by giant rats when the citizens of this town fled to the Dripping Caves. Long story short, Darthag also ran the trading post out here, but he's dead. His ex-wife, however, runs the trading post in Tribor. Now, without Darthag here, Morok is the sense of continuity for the town. He's the one the citizens are listening to, then the one I've been dealing with. He's the liaison between me and the citizens. We need to get trading back up and running between these two towns.
It can be done.
So all I'm asking is you to go to Tribor. Go to Bryn Shander. I keep saying Tribor. That's probably a thing for another day. Go to Bryn Shander. Talk to his ex-wife, Alestra Ogar. And get the trading back up and running. Because if she doesn't receive word from Darthag, she's not going to send any supplies. So she needs to know about his passing.
Should we bring her anything to confirm so this way she knows that we're truthful?
I'll leave that up to you. Varden, however you feel like getting it done, get it done. As long as it gets done.
As well. Gentlemen, shall we? Is there anything we think we will need?
Is there, before we set out for supply purposes, is there any sort of
Ah,
items
damn it! It
in
was
town?
Tribor. I was wrong. Tribor, not Bryn Shander.
I was gonna say Bryn Shander is like some ways away for basic trade.
Is there any sort of trading post here now? Any supplies that we can take on the road?
Whatever you can find in there that's not destroyed or looted, you're more than welcome to help yourself too. This is kind of an outpost, though, so you're not going to find anything fancy here.
All right.
But by all means,
How
take
far-
your time from here. Take your time. It needs to be done quick, but it's not something that we need to rush immediately.
How long is the trip to Tribor, and do we have any spare horses or anything, or we have to hoof it?
We should be able to spare some horses. Shouldn't be an issue.
Thank you.
If I had to guess, and I would know this, I'll put you guys on the map real quick.
Oh, did you just have a map? Do you have a spare map that we can just take with us?
Yeah, sure. Here you go. And he gives you a map.
Standard. All right. I'm
Perfect.
an archaeologist.
Yes, you are.
Sorry, he's cool. We don't have to use a cover story with him.
So if you
Must believe the lie.
look at the High Forest
Exactly.
and look south and to the coast, whatever, just below Waterdeep is Nightstone. Tribor is just up the road. You follow the purple coastal line and then go north from there. It's just to the left of Yarder in the Desserin Valley.
Oh, I see it.
We should be able to cover it, no problem.
There'll be a bit of wilderness trek.
It's
That is far.
263 miles.
Never mind.
I'm gonna need some better shoes.
Rassalanter?
What?
I'm sorry, what Bowman?
So if we skip Waterdeep, the next stop is Rassalanter.
Sounds too close to Castellanter. I don't like
Yeah, there's like one letter difference.
If you're looking to avoid Waterdeep altogether, just go to the Desserin River and just follow that north, and that'll take you to the
Suggestion.
close enough to Tribor. It'll be a
That'll
little bit
take-
longer of a trek, but you can take the river, cross it over, and then make your way over to Tribor along the high road as well. It would just, or the long road. It would just take you a little bit longer to go around Waterdeep. Up to you. Doesn't matter to me.
it is a plan. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll navigate it. I was just pointing out to the group that the first town that if we were taking roads sounds sus.
But we're looking at a fairly long trip here. This will be at least what, a week, maybe 2.
We need a boat.
If we're gonna go upriver, yeah.
Are there any boats at our disposal?
Can you sail up this river?
No, not on a real boat, like a canoe or a smaller vessel for like 2 people, but not a boat.
Not something for 6.
It's also going to bring more attention to you if you're not looking to
It's true.
Ooh.
be spotted.
Maybe we zag when they think we'll zig, and we like have like a Mansa Musa style, like, oh, we're traders and we're making it rain gold on our way up. No, that doesn't seem smart.
We'll take some horses. We'll get them to the
Yeah.
river. Once we get to the river, we'll just start heading north. Once we get to the fort at Golden Fields, we'll ford the river and keep going.
Sound plan, Ravager.
How dangerous are the roads?
For the normal run-of-the-mill folk, the further north you go, the more dangerous it's going to be. We have the convenience of living near well-populated areas at the moment, which means more protection from guards and more transports. The further north you go, the less supplies that are available, the more likely you're going to run into bandits. But if you're friends with Varden, I'm sure you can handle yourselves to some degree.
We'll be fine.
Quite.
Bandits would be nice supplies.
We just need like food and stuff.
Find something.
We'll restock, and then we'll set out at first light.
Sure.
By all
Sounds
means,
good.
the bar is yours. Come see me at daybreak before you leave.
Very well. Thank you, Zolkin. It's been good to see you.
You as well. Anything else for me?
Gentlemen,
No.
That the bar's free. I'm gonna go grab a few beers.
By all means, it's not like the citizens are going to need it. And he gets up, pulls his shirt down a little bit.
Do you know what happened to the local royalty aristocracy?
Oh, Lady Valrosa.
Yes.
Dead.
Perfect.
Who's occupying the castle right now?
Castle? Well, the bridge to the castle has been severed due to giant stones. So unfortunately, we have no real way of fording that deep moat until the bridge is repaired. So the people stuck in the bridge, stuck in the, let's say, castle, enlarged stone structure, they're stuck there. But from our reports, Lady Valrosa is dead. She got crushed underneath one of the boulders.
It's neat.
Well done.
There might be a contingent of goblins there as well.
Darn.
Thanks.
Well, after you left,
Very-
the orcs came.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, no.
it's fine. We lost a few in that, but we drove them back, and then the elves over in the Ardeep Forest showed up, surprisingly, and slaughtered them as they tried to run back into the forest.
A win for us, I might say.
I guess.
You need to be careful with those elves, though.
You got something to get elves?
No, I'm just aware of the forest elves typically have their own agenda.
From what I understand, when Nightstone was first built, the citizens here tried to make treks into the Ardeep Forest and civilize that area as well. But those Ardeep elves have some sort of temple in the woods that they use for ceremonies and praying and the likes. Lady Valrosa came to an understanding with them to keep the Nightstone citizens out, as long as the Ardeep elves don't kill any of the Nightstone inhabitants.
That deal seems to have lost half of its party.
Well,
Unfortunately.
we'll see what happens.
Keep your eyes out. I have a bit of a connection with wood elves. It's complicated.
All right, then. And then
I will add, I happen to have a bit of a connection with castles and living a luxurious life of privilege, so keep that in mind when you're deciding what to do with the castle, too.
I think Powwow will have the most pull.
We could all, it's got like 1 million bedrooms, right? It's a castle.
Well, the castle, the only way we could go there, I'd have to look. If we really want to go to the castle in the morning, I could perhaps use water walk to get over there, but I don't
I'll be
know if we
honest, not like 1,000,000% concerned with it, just like,
Sure.
We're friends of the company, just
Not
long
exactly
term.
Not exactly strapped for cash.
If you're looking for someone to install here, like maybe when we come back from the north, we know you, you know us, that kind of deal. Just keep us in consideration,
Sure.
Let's focus on one thing at a time here.
And he begins to walk out, leaving you in this empty bar lit up by one small lantern.
Well, we're sleeping in the upstairs of a bar again. That's a win, right?
I'm gonna grab my 4 beers.
All I had was 2 beers and some cooking cherry.
There's so much left unexplained here, though. First of all, why?
Yeah, why would the
mean-
Giants attack some podunk town on the road south of Waterdeep?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Renee, but storm giants are almost all but rumors.
Cloud giants.
Cloud giants, yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
never-
both.
Farden,
I've
you make
never seen them.
you make a point in this conversation to recall and explain to Powwow and Beauharnais that during the attack was a small invasion of these giants, and they moved to the center of Nightstone and pulled a giant monolith of black obsidian-like substance from the town center, then heaved it into their flying cloud giant fortress.
Apparently, this location was sacred to them. They had a monolith that they pulled from the ground during the attack and heaved it to their fortress up in the clouds. Don't remember much else from them, or don't know why, but that is why they attacked, and that is why they killed so many.
In any of my religious studies growing up, does a black monolith ring any bells?
You've read a lot about large black monoliths.
Phallic monoliths, yeah, sure.
But nothing really in particular about the relevance to giants.
Was it phallic in nature?
It was pretty hard.
Well, just out of curiosity, Varden, can you show me where that monolith was? See if there's any. I'm just curious to see if there's any giant markings around.
I'll pull you back to the Nightstone itself.
Like here.
It's this one right in the center.
Yes, it was the giant crater in town center.
Giants
Also, I am not being moved.
Oh, it's because you're not in this session. You never clicked the link to join this Roll20 session.
No, I'm in here. I have my token in somewhere else.
Let's see, controlled by.
It doesn't have you at the bottom of the page.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have you at the bottom.
Yeah, you're
Well,
not.
I'm moving a token somewhere.
We had a second Storm King's Thunder page open or game open.
I deleted that one. Here, I'm gonna post a new link to it and see if that gets you into this. How do I get a link? I think I have to get it from the actual Roll20. Hold on. Give me a sec.
I apologize for the pain in the butt.
Yeah, now you are.
Wow.
Copy. It's in the Discord.
Oh, by the way, Powwow, the new fake name is Clyde.
Clyde.
Or Royce, but it's Clyde Clearwater.
Clyde Clearwater.
Yeah, the alliteration helps you remember.
Yeah.
So, Powwow, you make your way out to the square. And like right in the center is this giant crater. It's a muddy open area, and there's like a 5-foot hole deep 5-foot deep hole in the middle of it. And then Varden's like, that's where the stone was.
Any markings on the ground? Or is it just the monolith? No plaques or runes?
No runes or anything like that. You see like the dig marks from around it as they tried to pry it up. I mean, Varden tells you this monolith was 10, 15 feet tall. And it went 5 feet below ground as well.
Curious.
Black. You said it was like obsidian, like it was glass, or like it was stone?
One of the
More along obsidian.
make a but Renee, you would probably have read about this at one point in your life. Nightstone was founded and named after this monolith. It was this monolith was literally called the Nightstone.
Yeah.
But it was just a large black monolith sitting in the open like this.
So the town was built around it?
More or less, yeah.
I'm sure the river and the highway didn't hurt.
I guess this thing's been here for a very long time then. When was Nightstone founded?
Nightstone was founded It's a relatively new settlement.
Is the
Nightstone.
Nightstone relatively new?
Nightstone itself is not.
Curious.
Hmm.
So the two big things are the Giants didn't want this village to have whatever that is, or that they did want it for themselves. You can't say for sure either way. And I mean, it's important because they fuck shit up. And then
Yeah.
didn't stick around. Goblins and apparently orcs and the Zentarim have all scurried in the afterwake, you know.
Are
So
cloud giants smart? I don't know
Yeah.
much about giants.
smarter than us.
So they had a plan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
To my knowledge, they have like there's like a hierarchy between giants and like a society. They have like their own giant caste.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
Allegedly, again, I've only really I think I've seen like 2 like hill giants, which are not that smart. But
Giants were one of the main books that I read growing up. I know the language.
oh wow,
I didn't have
I know the script because I know Dwarvish, but otherwise I don't know it.
I didn't have a lot of fun books, but that was one of the better ones.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know
that's
anything about these monoliths, though. This is new. It's clearly important, though.
yeah, that's a lot. That's the big guns.
'Cause
Cloud
as far as
giants
I'm
hurling rocks.
and as far as I'm aware, cloud giants aren't usually aggressive, correct?
I don't know.
Historically, I mean,
We need to go somewhere to learn about some giants.
I mean, the fact that I haven't heard about them probably means that they're not, because they'd be like gnolls and orcs and Utgard and all kinds of other like problems if they
Sure,
were.
we can ask more after we get to this trading outpost.
Yeah, maybe Triborn knows about it.
Mhm.
yeah. Well, we've got quite a long trip ahead of us, so I'm
We
good.
can also collect any information that we get along the way.
Yeah. Yeah, if we take the road, we can stop by towns, we can look for books, we can talk to, get the scuttlebutt from pubs, from local learned people,
Local learned people.
But that's a whole process in itself.
Something this big scale. I can't imagine this is the only. I'm sure there's more to follow after this.
I mean, maybe. You said this happened when you were here, Varden.
Yes, the cloud giants were.
And that would have been, what, a week and a half ago?
Yeah,
Oh.
about. You traveled the high road for like 3 or 4 days until you got here, and then you spent, I think, 3 or 4 days back in Waterdeep before you departed on the high road. So it's like just over a week, maybe.
So this might have happened again. Or it might be the first one. Or at least the first one in the region. Who knows what's happened?
Or actually, it would have been closer to like 2 weeks ago, because this incident happened while Varden was there.
Mhm.
Then everything happened, and then he came back to Waterdeep. So probably closer to about 2 weeks ago. But Powwow, you do know from reading a bunch of giant lore, cloud giants are almost at the top of the food chain when it comes to giants. The only thing above cloud giant is storm giant.
Right. And they really don't interact with the ground level often, right?
No,
The common folk.
cloud giants typically have like a giant castle in the sky that they live in.
So, whatever that monolith was, it was important enough for them to make themselves vulnerable to pick it up.
Yeah. Hmm.
Perhaps it's a key or something.
Tip of
Anything.
a really big spear.
Or an icon. of
Components to a
sort.
spell.
Well, I don't think we can get anything else here.
No. Get some rations from get shit faced and then pass out and then wake up, cure our hangover, buy some rations, and then hit the road.
All right.
I'll drink to that.
Savian chimes in. Didn't you mention something about the trading post here stocking up on supplies, or did you want to do that in
Yes.
the morning?
What time is it now? Is it late?
It's sometime between midnight and the sun was just setting when you guys passed the 10-mile marker for Nightstone. So and after the conversation with Zolkin and everything like that, it's probably just after midnight, around 1 a.m.
Oh, okay. Let's wait till the morning.
Everyone else is probably asleep.
Perfect time to call it a night.
I will have a couple drinks with Thero at the bar.
Okay. So you all make your way back inside the bar.
So is this where we're sleeping?
Unfortunately, yes.
That's not that bad. It's better than outside.
Yeah.
It's a bar if you want. Shit.
It's a stark difference to the outside you guys have been sleeping in for the past few days.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll have a couple drinks, then I'll try to find a room that's not like destroyed or full of dead bodies or something. And hit the hay.
You will know that you walk upstairs and you start looking at rooms, whatever. And like one of the first rooms is like in complete disarray, and you can't. Unless you want to sleep on the floor. Checking another room, you go to open it and it's like locked. And as you go to shake it, you hear a voice from the other side go, "Occupied."
Sorry.
And you remember that Kella went upstairs.
Are there only two rooms?
And then eventually you find a room. Yeah.
Okay.
After searching a few more rooms, you had a choice of one room with a skylight, basically, but it looked straight down at the bar
Oh. The skylight.
because
Is
of the
me.
boulder falling through it.
The cellar.
You find the ale cellar. Before grabbing a piece of ham from the pantry and making your way down there.
Ooh, that's right.
How does he always find ham?
It's a gift.
It's like locate object, but locate ham.
Look at him. It's a cantrip.
I was gonna say it's an innate powwow instinct.
Yes.
Yeah, Rachel feet.
I spent my childhood creating this cantrip. Ham
I'm gonna
location.
post up where outside the door wherever powwow is.
Okay. Eventually, you all find your way to a somewhat comfortable sleeping accommodation. The night's quiet. And eventually, dawn comes. And you finally had a rest that wasn't out in the open.
It was nice.
It's about 8 a.m., 9 a.m. right now.
All right, find some horses.
Borne, you're woken up by the sound of a door closing. What you can reasonably assume is Kella leaving.
You'd think a pub would have thicker walls in the rooms.
Anything else?
No.
Let's check out that trading post. Or wait, he wanted to meet us in the morning.
Grab whatever alcohol you can carry, because sure if we'll have any for a bit.
And worst case, when it comes to rations, I can make food and water. If we ever need to burn a 3rd level spell, I can prepare that if we run out of rations.
We can pick stuff up here, and we can pick up spell components.
Can you turn that wine though?
Yes,
Good question.
it's a good point.
That is a good point.
Turn it into wine? I don't think so. I think it's wannabe
Really?
food.
It's more of a Catholic thing than anything.
It's like really, really high caloric crackers.
Different religion. And as much as it pains me, I'm fine going sober when we're on the road. It's not the same.
I have 6 diamonds?
Not the same. I agree with you there.
Yeah.
You did go to a jeweler and you bought a bunch of diamonds because you were scared of dragons and the castle answers.
I've got a few get out of jail free cards for you guys.
I mean, I also have loot, but I have no fucking idea what I'm gonna do with it now that we're out of the city.
Yeah, I have a bunch of like
Oh yeah,
heavy loot that I need to do something with.
Oh,
So-
wait, isn't blue quartz highly sought after in the north?
Isn't what?
Bluestone or blue quartz?
Depending on the market.
I'm sure we can find out more once we get that trade post set up.
You have blue quartz. What do you have blue quartz for?
I have 33 of them.
Ooh.
You must have got that from the Blue Alley.
I get no idea.
I don't remember
It was
that at all.
probably in the horde.
Yeah, I have five tourmaline, 250 gold aside from what we stole from inside the thing. 33 blue quartz and a 9-inch tall dwarf priest amethyst eye. Dwarf priest statue with an amethyst eye. That is pure silver.
I have 20 silver bars that I would like to offload.
You did. I'm pretty sure you did offload that. I think that was with the silver bars when you guys found Rainier, and you guys all fenced that.
I think so too.
Yeah. Because it should be. It's what? It's a 10-pound silver bar worth 25
It's
gold.
5, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That was part of the stuff that Thero fenced in the beginning of the campaign.
I'm far less heavy now. But yeah, I would like to get a familiar, and I'm going to look at what else is going to cost me money to cast. Probably not a lot. It's more. I know I need a pearl, or I have one. Sydney doesn't cost anything, and Control doesn't cost anything. Ignore me for now, you guys.
Right, because you don't have a focus.
Well, I have a focus. I have this wand still. I have one wand left. But otherwise, stuff that costs money, I'm gonna have to look into. Yeah, so I'll just locate whatever their local trader is, and then try to get the charcoal, incense, etc. required to cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
See if he's got that. Unless you guys have anything else you need to buy, that's all I need.
Okay.
I think
Actually,
I won't need stuff till later. None of my
I can
spells.
buy 5 javelins.
Okay. So as you all leave the bar, you emerge into the daylight of Nightstone, and now you get to see really the destruction that happened here. It's far worse than what you saw at night. Buildings ruined, guard towers destroyed, crater upon crater with giant boulder the size of you, Powwow. out in the open, you see that obviously people who aren't member of the Zentarum, who are inhabitants of Nightstone, at work, trying to rebuild their society, scraping the hay from the roofs off to repurpose it for another building, taking the destroyed wood, foraging through it, see which lumber is still good and what isn't, and then trying to rebuild their home. But you get tired of that depressing shit and you make your way to the trading end.
Yep.
You walk in, or you walk up to it, and a member of the Zentarum is kind of just standing in the doorway.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hi, Varden. What can I do for you?
Is there anything we actually need? I mean,
If passage to where? And you can see that he kind of has a stutter.
Did we get horses yet?
Inside. No, I
We
don't
need
think we
horses.
totally would, but we haven't gotten them.
Mm-hmm.
So, Varden, can I help you?
Are you okay? Is there something wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Just stand and post.
you're being rude, Varden.
Yeah, we just need to sneak inside, buy a little bit of this and that, for the road.
There's no buying. The shop's open to the Zentarum for asset acquisitions.
Well then, Varden, after you.
Yep, here's 15 gold. I need, and I'll give him a list of like charcoal and herbery that I need.
Someone has to stand post. You just go in.
Yes, I promise. Don't worry. We've already cleared it with Zolgan.
Righto. And he just moves to the side and like lets you in. That's
All right. Well,
so for the purpose of this trading shop or trading post has anything in the equipment or anything you can find in the adventurer guide in the player's handbook. So anything in the adventuring gear you can find in here as long as it costs under 10 gold.
there's the rub.
10.
So
There's the rub.
It's gonna be
10 is my threshold.
It's gonna be a no on healing potions.
so whatever you need, let me know, and I'll roll see how much of it is available.
Javelins.
Javelins. They have 3 javelins.
I'll take all of them.
Okay, you take 3 javelins.
I need 10 gold piece worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs. And a brass brazier.
You can grab any of those things.
Awesome. And I will sit down, pay for it all, sit down, and start just like casting.
You see there's no one inside at all to like ring you up or check you out or anything like that. The general idea you can pick up is that like the Zentarum have kind of like locked this place down to make sure like the citizens of Nightstone don't come looting it like crazy and causing a crazy incident. Yeah. So they're kind of just hoarding the supplies and issuing it out as the citizens need it.
How many arrows are there?
Arrows? there are 5 bundles of 20 arrows.
I'll take 2.
Okay.
And
But
40.
down. You have 40 arrows
Cool.
now.
Awesome. I think that's all I need. Maybe.
How much food supplies can we find?
Going into the back side of the shop, you can find a few selections of rations.
Is our rations one-time uses?
Yes.
Or they're days per?
There, yeah, 1 ration is good for 1 day.
And how many did you find?
Each of us should have 10 rations on us already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we haven't used them, right?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's just in the explorer's pack. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to make another drink, and I'll be creating a hawk
Okay.
as my familiar.
No worries. You kind of go back to the bar and begin your spell. And by the time everyone else gets their stuff out of the trading post, your spell is complete, and you have like a brown hawk with you.
Nice. I'll think of a name for him when I get back.
Z.
I'd like you to know that my name is Z, but with an A in front of it right now.
I will.
Okay.
So where are the stables?
As you making your way from the trading post, which was like diagonally from across the square from the bar, you can see as you're crossing the main square, you saw Zolkin off to near the entrance of Nightstone, rounding up some horses. So you don't have to worry about the stable thing.
He will be named Pietro.
Pietro.
Yep.
Okay.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. Hit the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a while since my old days as a hedge wizard. Actually, it's been 2 weeks, but it feels like a long time.
Lots happened.
It's been a busy 2 weeks.
So as you make your way back to the entrance of Nightstone, you see 5 horses with Zolkin at the reins. I managed to scrounge these up for you.
Thank you, Zolkin.
I don't know if he's going to be able to fit.
I was going to say, do you have like a cart or a wagon?
At the moment, no.
Do you have one that's only slightly broken?
Yes.
Ooh, break out the old mending.
Have at it is if you go down the street and take a left, you'll find it down there.
All right. Come on, Pietro. So, how broken is it? Don't tell me it got hit by a boulder.
It didn't get hit by a boulder, but it did get hit.
By my dignity.
There we go.
Thanks for the cool. Cool and very well planned.
It didn't get hit by a boulder.
Oh,
It's just
cool.
It's just heavily damaged. You see that like the spokes in the wheel are kind of all broken and jacked up.
Spoke.
The wheels, and but like they're not there. Like the spokes aren't there anymore. Like there, so like there's nothing to mend them with. But the wheel's there. Like the circular object that is a wheel is there, but the spokes are all broken and everything.
All right, guys. This is for the sake of R4. Let's try to scrounge up enough parts to like fashion one cart together so that R4 can keep up with the.
Couldn't I technically run beside the horses?
You don't get tired.
Yeah, and I move 80 feet, like with the dash action. My
Yeah.
movement, my base speed is 40 feet.
Oh well, shit. I mean, if you want to.
So you're
Just like-
gonna run the
A
entire
riding
And-
horse has a base speed of 60.
I mean, yeah,
So
so
if he's-
as long as they keep it in a reasonable pace, because they also don't want to exhaust the horses, I could keep up with them because Warforged don't become exhausted.
Do you never take points of exhaustion?
Only when like I rage.
Hmm.
Otherwise, Warforged don't need to sleep. They don't need to eat, and they don't get exhausted.
Well, shit. Yeah, you can
Or
just
breathe.
go fit next to us.
Fair enough. I don't know. I'm
Point.
probably gonna get tired of the.
Just very angry mechanical noises beside you the whole time.
All right,
Yeah.
enough with your scripts for kids. All right, we get it.
At some point, I also would get bored and want to explore the town. See
Okay.
if there's any hidden goodies that someone else hasn't picked up yet.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Oh, I'm always looking for a good swatch,
Buddies.
a new whip, armor, healing potions. I'll always look for healing potions, that sort of thing.
And dead
Okay.
bodies.
And dead bodies. Sure, yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Looking around, you go to random citizens like, hey, you know where I can find a dead body? Hey, you know where I can find a swatch? Hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
And they're all just like, you're like stopping them from like building their houses after they just, family members and people they loved and cared about got crushed by boulders or killed by goblins.
Yeah.
And they all give you the same general response of, hey, go fuck yourself.
No
But-
mending spell for them.
But scrounging around, you find like a small little statue outside of a dark hut.
What kind of statue are we talking about here?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. Give me 1 second.
Sorry, Powell. I tried to find you like a sedan litter thing. But so I know R4 might not get tired, but I know that you're going to get saddle sores.
Oh yes, I've definitely never seen. I've never seen a horse before.
We know a talking horse.
Right,
It's a
that was my first one.
it's a small like little figurine. It's made of solid bronze. And you recognize it to be a little small idol of Asmodeus.
Where'd I find it?
Like as you were passing one of the houses, it was like on a table, and you managed to see it through like the broken glass in the window.
I'll burn a spell to cast detect magic.
Okay. You don't detect anything besides the stuff that's on your person.
Fascinating. I'm a little curious. I'll explore this house a little more in depth now.
Okay. By yourself?
I'm going with him.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah, I am. I mean, I'd assume Ravager probably follows me.
Yeah. Ravager
I don't.
follows you.
After the Mind Flayer intellect devour incident, Powwow doesn't go anywhere alone.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, we
You
don't
like-
need our healer being dumbfounded for what
You like
half.
you
It
Jay
was
is
fun.
you Jay and Silent
days.
Bob like outside of this house for a little bit. And then you just have like R4 snooging. Typical typical New Jersey. Anyway, you have R4 kind of just like shoulder the door open a little bit, and then the door comes off of its hinges and just falls.
Detect magic is still up, and I walk in.
Okay. Detect magic doesn't pick up anything. Hang on one second. I just want to pull up my notes so I can pull out the book. Where are you?
I mean, they know that there are other princes in hell. Why does everyone have to shoot straight for the top? No one wants to talk to the next guy in command.
F. So, for reference, it's this house here over here.
Yes.
Okay.
Where? Okay.
One of the things you noticed about the door, before you broke it down, is in the door frame was a bunch of runes carved into the door frame. It was an infernal.
Don't speak it.
Yeah. So you don't know what it means. Looking around, you like start looking under tables and looking in like cabinet drawers and everything like that. And you do manage to find it's a golden holy symbol of Asmodeus, by the way. You managed to find a healer's kit.
All right.
And surprisingly enough, a potion of healing.
Hey.
Looking around, you also see like in a small frame, there's like a hand-drawn picture of what you assume to be the residents of this house.
What a lovely picture.
And they do appear to be tiefling.
Well, I suppose. Will this fit in the bag of holding?
I think Bowen's got the bag of holding.
I have a bag of holding.
Oh,
I think we each have a bag of holding.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you do, because you got to carry all that gold. Yeah. Yeah, it fits in the bag.
Yes.
Roughly.
Oh, Ravi, you're here.
I also have comprehend languages, so
I would like to steal this painting.
Well, it's a small picture. It's not like a painting. It's like probably like an 8x11.
Even better, it has personal.
It's like a child's drawing.
Yes. It's like
Something that you
it's like crudely drawn in charcoal, and the only thing that makes you distinguish the fact that these people are tiefling is the fact that the person who drew it drew horns on these people. Or you can assume they're Vikings. Yeah, your choice.
One or the other.
could be.
I think Sadie would have something to say to that.
All right. Good stuff. All right. That was fun.
But that's about it. That's about all you really find.
Well, let's go check on the status of, I don't know, the others.
Or horses.
Okay. So you all make your way back over to the entrance of Nightstone, where Zolkin has the horses ready for you. He was ready to give them to you before, and then you decided to walk away.
I
Oh,
stayed
we're-
with the horses.
Thinking
That's
about making a
okay.
cart for.
I stood there just to keep him company. I
Sure.
guess.
I come back. All right. Ready to go, guys?
Is Savian still with us?
Yeah.
So 5 horses and a running robot.
Shouldn't scare anyone off.
Do they have saddles?
Why would it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes, well, take a look around. We don't exactly look like the most
The
welcome.
Zentrum aren't that uncivilized. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Now, Varden, you left in a hurry last time. I didn't get a chance to give you this. And then he pulls out from a small side bag a Zentrum crest, an emblem for like it has like chevrons underneath it for a rank. So you can list that you have renown level 2 in the Zentrum.
Hey.
Which means that in any case, you could reach out to the Zentrum for information on a person or a location or anything like that, and get spies on it and get information back on that location.
That's really dope.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Powwow, we need to get you one of those for the Archaeologist Guild.
Yes. Also, as far as contacting goes, I can cast sending, so I can speak for Varden if I need to get a message to you.
Okay.
Nice.
Just use the code word 7 snakes.
7 snakes. All right.
Then I'll know it's from Varden.
Yes.
And Varden, this is also for you. And he goes into one of the saddlebags of the horse, whatever. It's a black horse. And he reaches into the bag, whatever. He pulls out a small snake wrapped around his wrist. You never officially got your flying snake, but here you go.
Thank you.
Well, that's pretty cool too. God damn.
Nice. Now we both have familiars.
These flying snakes are primarily how we communicate across vast distances. They're like a carrier pigeon, but better.
Yes. Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Just let me know if you're ever back in the area. As you know, we're based out of Daggerford, so if you ever find your way back south, send word.
Of course, I will. I'm always at your service and that of the snail.
Of course. Well, these are yours. I'm going to get back to it. You all stay safe.
Yeah, you too.
As you.
Hmm.
And good luck with Kello.
Yeah, I'll need it. And he begins walking away.
Damn, Varden, you got this whole little like goth family going on.
One would say we are the black sheep of the criminal underworld, but
Yeah. I mean, you got a rank, you get free horses and a pet.
don't worry. You can have another pet back, I'm sure, soon.
Hey, I'm just saying, you got a whole little life going for you here.
I did leave it for you guys, and I'd do it again.
I mean, at this rate, where are we going to go to burn down Baldur's Gate? So,
Fuck yeah.
find more metropolises and assault the aristocracy, eat the rich. Fuck yeah.
I mean, at this point,
Ugh,
It's working.
I've got a
diamond
taste for it,
hands.
and it was quite fun.
To the moon. Let's go.
Yeah, which one?
Yeah.
Let's go.
So as you all begin to Sabian mounts his horse, and you all begin to mount your horses, except R4, who stands at like a good head length over the head of the horse that Powwow's riding. And then Sabian chimes in, Powwow was half expecting you to get like a pony or something.
I was hoping, is there like a safety belt or something? Can I strap in?
I think you can just use some rope.
All
I'll
right, how do
catch you.
How do
I feel like to be more dangerous.
Go.
And go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Oh!
He found his calling.
Let's go.
And then Powwow, with a natural 20, leans into the seat, whispers into the mind links with the horse. Go. And then it just takes off and leaves all of you in the dust as Powwow rides ceremoniously and it's surprising because he sits side saddle. And he just books it. And all of you are left in surprise, like, I didn't know he could ride a horse.
This whole time. Powwow was so weird for humanoids, but he's just like there for animals.
It all makes sense now.
Oh man.
And the
We
rest
just
of
put
you
Alright.
the puzzle together.
and the rest of
Let's
you
go.
climb your horses. I need all of you all to make animal handling checks as well.
Oh god.
Spring
Oh,
after
this is gonna
Bow
be
Wow.
great.
Here we go.
Oh, I didn't roll important today. I'm not going to use either of these.
Let's roll the natural 20.
Oh!
Wait, what the fuck?
Yo,
Let's go off into the sunset, pal.
Shit, here we go.
Let's go into
Oh,
the sunset.
So Theo gets on his horse, and then the natural 20 books it behind Powwow and just rides like the wind. He moves fast like Shadowfax and just books it. And then there's Beauharnais and Varden, who as soon as they like whip the reins, the horse bucks a little bit, and then you almost fall off a little bit, and then it just begins trotting slowly.
this is the speed I wanted.
And then R4's just like sprinting, trying to catch up with Powwow.
Just
Just
like the fucking Terminator.
The worst two to
Just-
leave alone are
just
going
like-
off alone.
Gracefully
R4's
sitting
got R4's got
holding
one
that
hand. Yeah, R4's got one hand just like back like this, another one just on the hilt of the sword and just booking it.
Looking like an anime main character. Just
Yeah. And eventually you all catch up with each other and you begin your trek. What was the route that you all wanted to take?
Are we heading to the river?
yeah, I think we should head to the river and then just take the river north.
Okay.
Can you
I'd
take
say river, yeah.
I'll put us back on the map. And as you make your way toward the Sarin River, that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Hey, we finished the session.
Yeah.
Hey, we did it.
Beautiful.
I do always imagine R4 like Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That's
I
fair.
like
That's
that.
fair.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. I
With
think
a lot less innocence.
yeah, like if Alphonse and Scar had a baby, I think that would be R4.
Or who's the Brig? I think his name was just Brig. He was the other the Automale alchemist. And
I'm drawing a blank.
he tried to
Me
stop he had tried to stop the train and kidnap one of the
Oh yeah,
the
yeah. I
high-ranking
think his name was
officials.
Brig.
Yeah, I think it's Brig. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight's session. Who knows when we'll play again? I'm shooting for Fridays. Same time. But we'll see.
I'm good. Not good Fridays.
Yeah.
We'll-
Fridays work.
As long as I'm not working, I can do Fridays.
Yeah, we'll figure it out and we'll let you know next time on Tabletop Gents. Everyone say goodbye now.
Bye now.
Why now?
Goodbye now.